So one of the biggest things that needs to be said to veterans and first responders that are struggling out there is something that cuts deep. And it even cuts deep for me when I realized this. When I decided to stick around longer rather than take my own life, one of the main reasons I attributed to doing that was my family, was my wife and my kids. But as my healing journey continued, and I'm crawling my way back up from rock bottom, I realized that wasn't a strong enough reason to keep those dark thoughts away. Ultimately, something else was missing, and I want you to understand this too, because I've had many conversations with many people. One of those common things I always hear is, if it wasn't for my daughter, or if it wasn't for my wife, if it wasn't for my son, if it wasn't for this friend or this person that cares about me, if it wasn't for this other external person, I wouldn't be here today speaking with you. And that is like the first level of getting through these thoughts of self-harm and taking your own life. But it's not enough to end that struggle. What is enough is the ability to find it within yourself, like I had to. Find an anchor, because those people are anchors within yourself, in order to be able to stick around longer and make sure that the choices that you make to be here are because not only do you want to be there for those other people, you're making these choices because you value yourself and you see who you are. That's the big secret to any type of healing and changes you're going to make. At some point, it has to go from what's called extrinsic, meaning you're finding meaning and purpose in external stuff, to intrinsic, meaning all these things originate from within you. And I'm talking all this philosophical shit that you're like, Coach Lewis, how can I implement this? What can I do in order to make sure that I start building a strong anchor within myself so that I don't fall by the wayside again? And the number one way to do that is to just develop self-love and self-acceptance. You have to learn to accept yourself through all the faults, through all the struggles, through all the shame that you're feeling. You have to do this practically as part of your routine every day. One of the easiest ways to do this that even I did is looking directly into the mirror, looking at myself, all the flaws, all the flashbacks, all the bad memories, all the things that I did that I'm not proud of, all the things I did that I am proud of, and saying, I love you. Literally just saying to myself, I love you. Even if it feels awkward, do it every single day, because once it starts to feel normal, that's your measure on how much this is working for you. You will start to notice a difference. At Before 22, the idea behind us getting you on your healing journey is that you have to understand that you're not alone. The reason I have that solution to give to you is because there are many other people with the same exact struggle. And if they were able to make it through using this solution, there's no reason why you can't either. This is Before 22.